adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla at us. What's going on with you? It's Big Vern. Just getting busy on a beautiful Veterans Day here in the Midwest. Monday, it's frigid here. Entering that good old fall season. Leaves everywhere changing. Some trees are barren. But like I say, I'm happy. I'm here with you all. Good morning to you. If you are joining us for the first time, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. It goes a long way, helps us here at the show. We appreciate it. Talk some Alabama football in the previous segment. They embarrassed LSU in Tiger Stadium, hung up 311 yards rushing on them. That was a beating on all levels. And then, Ole Miss just destroyed Georgia. And it's really problematic for Kirby Smart and the Georgia 500. How do you make the college football playoff when you're out of the top 10? They slid down to 10th place. Wow. Yeah, this year has been so good with the uncertainty in college athletics. And so we're not going to go ahead and hold you. I'm going to bury the story, but we go from Alabama to Nashville, and Vandy quarterback Diego Pavia, he's suing the NCAA, but does he have a case? Now, this was out of CBS Sports, and David Cobb, you all know we have that affinity for good reading here. And as I read the article, I kept on going back and forth, and I was wrestling with a couple of things. Now, let's just start with the headline. Is that Pavia suing the NCAA, claims NIL potential for players from junior college is unfairly limited. And I was like, let me just dig into the article. And it's interesting to say the least, and it's worth checking into. Now, he's arguing that the NCAA fairly stifles the earning potential of former junior college players. Now, Pavia, who began his career at New Mexico Military Institute, has become an SEC star this season while using his final season of eligibility with the Commodores. And I get it. I get it. He wants another payday. But my man, there has to be a cutoff. There has to. You already have guys playing off the C-19 era. Now, from what I gather, his argument is you get to play 2 years at JUCO, and none of that counts toward your college NIL earnings. But it takes away the eligibility. So you don't get a full 4 years on an NIL. Okay. Now, he is pursuing temporary and preliminary injunctive relief through the suit, which was shared on Twitter by sports law attorney Milt Winter. Mitt Winter or Ritter. I don't know if he has a case. Number one, if it's a serious lawsuit, it never goes to Twitter. You never want to try a serious lawsuit in the court of public opinion. I don't know why you want to force that issue there. I was just like, Two, I knew I was onto something when Cobb followed up my opinion in the second paragraph of the column when he states the lawsuit alleged that the NCAA rules restrict the ability of athletes who begin their college football careers in junior college from having that same opportunity to profit off that NIL as students who enter on the NCAA institutions as freshmen. Again, this is read more like a money thing. And so I was right. Now, that's a stretch for me, and I'll explain why when we come back from a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Burger King. BK, have it your way because you rule. Order online, download the app, or visit the good folks at your local Burger King. If you have the app, they've got the limited time only, the cheesy tots, the things and rings, and your way meal. You can go ahead and combine anything from your Whopper Jr. to your 4-piece nugget, value fries, and cola. You can customize that order. You can do that all through the app. BK, have it your way, because you rule. Shout out to Burger King. Get it for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Not all in the same day. Please break that up. So when we last left off, I was telling you that Pavia, for me, and this is just me, that's a stretch. That's a stretch. And what I'm about to say may shock some of you all. I know I rage against the machine and legacy media and the powers to be all the time. But I have to call this one right down the middle. I can't be biased in this one. And this is what we're talking about in speculation. That an unknown commodity, somebody in junior college, they're an unknown commodity. And you saying that this unknown said commodity is worth money before it is proven. Again, you're saying that this unknown commodity is worth X amount of dollars before it's proven on that kind of stage. And I don't think that that's right. Now, it's been in the NCAA's long-standing established protocol that the collegiate playing experience, even experience at the junior college and NAIA school, counts against the player's eligibility when they transfer to an NCAA school. That's correct, because let's not lose hindsight of this. This is still going to school. So when you transfer from a smaller school, junior college, you're really worried about your credits transferring and you being you going to this university starting off as a junior. And that does take away the eligibility. That's why it's JUCO. Because when you come to college, when you go to an NCAA accredited university from going from JUCO, you're a junior now. Because you have all of this, you've got all of your credits, so to say. But he's saying I should have been paid while I was in JUCO. And that's not, I don't think that's going to fly. At least for me. At least for me. So if this was the rule and you've understood this for decades, the NIL or not, I don't personally see a case where he'd be successful. Or is there something that I'm missing? Again, I hate to talk in just generalities, but I mean, let's just be real. In its generic form, you're playing sports, and that is, again, you have your talents and the school benefits. Nothing like that is set up in JUCO. And so if you knew the rules that the NCAA is saying, if you go to JUCO, now when you come to the NCAA established Division I schools, okay, now you can profit because they have a model set up for that. I hate to agree with the NCAA. You all know I do. But I just don't see a way forward in this thing. And if so, why is that on Twitter? Why would you do that? Why would you put a serious lawsuit on Twitter? Still, right now, what's going on is the lawsuit where FSU and Clemson are trying to sue their way out of the ACC. And you have the ACC commissioner that is in court right now fighting Clemson and Florida State in 2 different states. And it's not on Twitter because it's serious. So again, I like Pavia. I just don't understand this. And again, you're in JUCO. There is no big revenue share to partake in. This year alone, just to give you some context, this year alone, ESPN has only televised 13 games, and that's on ESPN Plus. That's on an app not a lot of people have. And at one point, if they put it on an app, they put it out there to die. Top Rank Boxing used to be on that app, and now they just was like, well, we're going to move it up to ESPN too. So that's where the JUCO games are. And I doubt there's a huge revenue market in that. It's just not. So at least to me, the argument would be transform the JUCO revenue engine. But there has to be something else to this. Just what is it? We'll figure that out when we come back from a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you with another rap album. Freddie Gibbs, You Only Die Once. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorite on the track so far is Cosmo Freestyle, Wolverine crazy, yo. Rabbit Island, It's Your Anniversary, that song crazy too. Yeah, Walk It Off, and On the Set. Freddie Gibbs, You Only Die Once. In stores now. Yeah, Freddie Gibbs, shout out to him. Gary, Indiana Zone, stand up. All right. So when we left off, I was sitting here saying, hey, look, there has to be something else to this. This doesn't really compute to me. And then in the final paragraph of the article, they write, the undersized Pavia is a rare example of a star SEC quarterback who isn't viewed as likely a high-end NFL draft pick. Thus, the additional collegiate eligibility will likely be his sunset or in his surest path to continue profiting off his ability. Exactly. He's trying to get another payday. And a few questions for me, though. Who's paying for the lawyer? Also, what happened to all of your NIL money? He's moving like he spent it up. No serious lawsuit is going to be broke on Twitter. I'm surprised if I'm his legal counsel, because even when we read this, it was like his attorney did that. At some point, you got to look at your attorney and say, is this the best thing? Is this the best thing for you to be doing? I don't know how people feel about that, but if I'm trying to have adequate legal counsel and this dude is on Twitter, just like, dude, what the hell? Take that down. But yeah, like I said, I like Pavia. I think he's good for the SEC. It's unfortunate that this is his final season, but I understand it. But I just don't see a case where you can sue the NCAA because you didn't get paid in JUCO. That doesn't make sense. I think that's something that, like I said earlier in the conversation, that's a bigger conversation. How do we transform the JUCO system to where we can go ahead and pay kids, because you're asking for said NIL boosters and alumni, hey, look, we need to pay a kid we've never seen and we have faith in, and before it pans out and promise, what if that doesn't work? Are you open for a lawsuit because they want their money back because you didn't pan out? Again, you can only put investment in a known commodity. Guys on the JUCO level, they're not known commodities until you prove yourself at the next level. And that'd be Division I when you go to that school, Division I athletics. Then that commodity's been proven, and then they can put about a price tag on that services. But because no one has seen this before, you're asking people to give you money, and that's just not right. But I could be wrong. The good people of Nashville, let me know in the comments, do I have it wrong? This your boy Big Vern. We'll be back.